Welcome to Thought Leader Life, where we are helping to democratize thought leadership. Join us each week where we interview a new thought leader about what it takes to become and maintain thought leadership in a number of different vertical markets. To learn more, check out www.thoughtleaderlife.com. Hi, Mitchell Levy, global credibility expert, and welcome to this special credibility episode of Thought Leader Life, where we're talking to amazing humans from around the planet on what they do and who they serve. And this particular episode will be no exception. Today's guest is James Woeber, who is a best-selling author, international trainer, speaker, consultant, and co-founder and CEO of the Art of Heartful Living Institute. I almost got that, James.
Very close.
He has over 25 years of experience in helping socially conscious leaders free themselves from old patterns and boldly embody their gifts and brilliance so they can serve as powerful change agents in the world. James, welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here, Mitchell.
Thanks for coming on. Hey, so what's your customer point of pain? What's your CPOP?
Yeah, so people who want to thrive personally and professionally by living their greater vision and purpose in service to the world.
It still gives me chills when you say that. It's really beautiful. So when you say, expand on a little bit on both the people, like who do you serve, and then what are some of the things that you do?
Yeah, so like you, I work with thought leaders. I work with speakers, with authors, with coaches, with trainers, socially minded entrepreneurs and leaders of organizations who really want to thrive personally in their businesses and make a difference in the world at the same time. So we know a lot of common friends who are in the same business. That's what really draws them forward in life. And so typically the people that I work with, they've achieved some success already in what they're doing. And they're realizing that there's something more. They realize that they're not using their gifts and their brilliance in alignment with what they feel their true soul calling is. And they feel like there's more out there. And typically they want to go for deeper meaning in life. So I help them accomplish that. I help them set up their businesses, grow their businesses to the next level so that they're both really thriving individually and making a greater impact on the world and the people they serve.
So it sounds like you have a much more holistic view of helping those people you work with. Really, it sounds like on a one-on-one basis, figure out how best to position themselves and their business so that they're really thriving and living to their purpose.
Yes, exactly. And I take them through a process as part of that. There's a number of tools that we use in a process that we go through. And as part of that, we help people get clear and more focused on what their vision is, what their life purpose is, how that matches with their values. We help people develop essential strategies, really build communication and leadership skills that will help them develop and move toward their goals. We help them remove obstacles that are getting in their way, that are limiting the success that they can have. And also we help them create a plan so that they're looking at what are the steps that I need to take to actually manifest this from a dream to more of a reality in the world. So we take them through the whole gamut, the whole process. And that's through personal, private sessions, it's through group trainings, and also I do corporate work, organizational work as well.
Nice. Very nice. Very interesting. So how, given that you're doing this, what actually gives you the credibility to do this? Where does that come from? What's that foundation level?
Yeah, so one of the reasons that I'm so passionate about helping other people go through the process of allowing their brilliance to come out and really thrive while doing it is because I've really lived this path before. I originally started more in business. So I have an interesting background of both business background with working at a business consulting firm for 8 years. After that, I was actually a video, film, and multimedia producer, writer, and director. Won multiple awards with that. I worked in that field for 10 years. Actually launched a startup company in the tech industry and was doing that. And I loved what I was doing when I first started, but I found over time that I was getting more and more burned out. I was doing more and more projects that really didn't speak to me on a deep level. I didn't feel like I was helping people. I actually worked on 2 projects where I felt like I was working for people who were not doing very good things out in the world. And so the whole reason that I got involved in the industry in the first place, to create positive change, I felt like I wasn't doing that. So basically, I hit this wall, professionally, personally, was going through health problems, went through relationship problems, and I just took a step back from everything and decided that I needed to do something different in my life and get back on track. So fortunately, I had already been doing a lot of self-help, personal development, exercises, coursework, and so forth. And I knew that that helped me a lot. So I started doing more of that. And eventually, this is 20 years ago, eventually I started teaching more coursework myself. And that led to me actually starting a school with another person that was basically an energy healing, energy mastery, and leadership training program that we did. We had 6 teachers taught around the world, and loved doing that for a while as well. And then I started getting more and more into the leadership side of things and really helping people embrace their passions and living in a way where they can make a difference in their lives and in the larger world. So again, my background is, I have this background with the business and that work, but I've found that the important thing that oftentimes people who are success driven forget is that there's something inside here as well. There's a soul yearning and a soul satisfaction that's important to feed as well in life. And if we're not paying attention to what we're doing internally, then we don't do as well. And we actually end up doing more damage out in the world than good.
Agreed. So how do you, today's world where we all have one of these and we all have one of these, how do you actually share that credibility? How do people get to know you and recognize they need you before you actually talk to them?
Right, right. Well, first of all, just to speak to that, for me, the most important thing when I'm first connecting with a person is talk less about myself and talk more about them. Just because I really believe that people have the answers themselves. They just, they're, especially when they're shifting careers, they're really not sure exactly what the right steps forward are. So I like to ask a lot of questions. I find out
No,
what they've
I
done in
got
the
you. But
past.
that's once you start the interaction.
Right,
But
right.
before they see you, what is the,
Oh, what did they
sorry,
experience
didn't
first?
mean to interrupt, but I'm really focused on how do people find you? How do they reach you? How do they know that you're somebody they need to look towards?
Yeah, so I hang out in places where my clients are. So I do a lot of live and online events. I do speaking events. I'm on wonderful shows like you're having me on now with podcasts, television programs, radio programs. For me, really speaking to what I do and also these important topics of finding our passion and finding work that really brings us meaning, like bringing that out in these different venues is really important. And then also following social media. So I'm involved in Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, and again, putting that material and making those contacts out in the world as well through that.
Yeah, I like it. And by the way, I do agree with you. The asking the right question or set of questions is absolutely the best way of things you do. So I absolutely love that. So we'll ask the final question and simply listen, if you're listening to this, if you're realizing that you're not living to your full potential, that you're not delivering the value to the world that you really want to, you should consider talking to James Woeber and just hearing a story. Let him ask you some questions. Let yourself talk to him and see if that's a path ultimately that you may want to take on a ride together. James, how do people reach out to you?
Yeah, so the best way, again, like you're saying, setting up a phone conversation, I'm very happy to do. So we can set up a discovery call. You can reach me and set that up through James at artofheartfulliving.com. That's my email address, so you can reach me there. You can also check out my website, which is www.artofheartfulliving.com. That's a great way to
Beautiful.
reach me.
James, thanks so much for playing along, coming on the air, sharing your credibility with the audience and with me. And I really appreciate that. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mitchell. Again, really appreciate what you do.
Oh, you're welcome. And for those watching, uh, thanks for paying attention. Please like and subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, and look forward to seeing you at the next episode of Thought Leader Life. Take care, everybody. Bye now. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Thought Leader Life. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and activate us by going to thoughtleaderlife.com/activate. Till next time.